Welcome back to ANN, the Algodoo News Network, your number one source for Algodoo news. I'm your host and political commentator, Kenneth Pie. This season's election has gone on for many months now, and we're finally seeing incumbent Kenneth Bodin from the Purple Party and Emanuel Dahlberg from the Pink Party face off to see who will be the next president of the United States. There are 50 states in the U.S., including Washington, D.C., which in total make up 538 electoral votes. The candidate that gets 270 electoral votes wins the presidency. Many of them are safe states, which will usually go to one party. This election will focus on the swing states, where it can go to either party. In previous elections, nearly all the votes that were submitted would be counted and recorded. Unfortunately, along with decreased turnout, some votes may not be counted due to a variety of different factors facing the 2020 election. Anyways, this is Florida, one of the most contested swing states, with electoral vote count of 29, making it very important for either candidate to go and take this state, as it may be a pivotal one. One of the major issues that the candidates have talked about is the regulation of Algobox. Many people have differing opinions on this subject, with many Purple Party candidates saying that regulations should be loosened in order to allow for more people to post more scenes, while the Pink Party argues that allowing for high quality scenes on Algobox to rise to the top will be the way to stimulate the economy and potentially get higher GDP figures. Anyways, it looks like that it's pretty split right now. This is usually how Florida works, since votes can either go one way or another way, usually to either the Purple Party or the Pink Party, which have traded blows every 4 years. There are some independents, there are some purples, and there are pinks. This can go either way. Right now, it looks like the votes are pretty evenly spread between both candidates on this map, although the ones that have more electoral votes, they do count more. They're usually higher amounts of Pink Party people, but will they actually vote for them? That's the question. And now it's shifting back to the Purple Party, and now back to the Pink Party, and that's that. Let's see who will win, because that was really close. Florida goes to the Pink Party by a 46 to 54% vote. Along with Virginia, it appears that Pink Party had an early lead, although that might be changing with Georgia. Another hot topic that has been on the minds of voters is whether Algodoo should be privatized or continue to be made a public service. Since Algodoo was made free back in 2013 by Kenneth Bodin, many have questioned whether this was the best decision. The Purple Party argued that it may allow for many more people to use the platform and make it more popular, while the Pink Party pointed out as the reason for a significant loss in tax revenue over the past 7 years. And it looks like that Pink Party is definitely gaining an edge, although the Purple Party, they're trying to fight back. Although they won't know it because they're just voting. And with all the advertising and targeted ads that have been pretty much all over the place, along with speeches and campaign rallies, has the Purple Party done enough in order to attract the voters from independents? We'll just have to see. It looks like there's a lot of purples right now, but there are also a lot of pinks, which could sway either way, although depending on how they vote, it might not matter too much. It's all about the independents. As the ballots start getting filled out and the ballot box gets filled up, it's getting pretty split in there. It could go either way, depending on how the final few voters vote. Just have to see. Georgia goes to the Pink Party by a 49 to 51% vote. Right now, Bodin's actually far behind at 28 points, while Dahlberg is at 61. Will he be able to go and change this for the better? We'll just have to see. In North Carolina, where it might go either way, although right now, it's definitely split. We'll just have to see. Speaking of tax revenue, the amount of revenue that's being spent on Algodoo services has hit an all-time low since 2013, the year that it became free. Purple Party candidates argue that the Algorix government should be focused on more profitable programs like AGX Dynamic and Algorix Momentum, while the Pink Party candidates argue that support needs to be brought back to Algodoo. Right now, it's looking pretty split right now. These ballots aren't really exactly saying much, as they're kind of split on both parties. It appears that Purple Party might have an edge, although that doesn't seem it's going to last that long. Let's see what the Pink Party can do. Looking at the election results, it looks like that Kenneth Bodin has just received 5 electoral votes from West Virginia. Just have to see as it goes west, Kenneth Bodin's definitely going to pick up some more votes from the Midwest and those states, but for right now, Dahlberg is handing out as a lead. Just have to see. Unfortunately, the ballots are still too close to call, with both purple and pink having quite equal representation in the ballots. Although it's coming to a close right now with some independents, let's just see if they had enough votes to turn it around for the Purple Party. North Carolina goes to the Purple Party by 52 to 48% vote. Right now, both parties are neck and neck. It's pretty close, around 60 electoral votes for each party, Right now we're at Ohio, which, while not as many electoral votes as Florida, it is still pretty important for both parties to get, so that way they can get their votes in to get closer to that 270 goal. Many people using Algodoo feel that they have been discriminated against over the years. Mainly, moderators on the platform don't feel that they get the same treatment as others. The Purple Party wants to continue to serve their core market of education and even pass more laws that favor them, while the Pink Party argues that moderator rights are Algodoo rights. Looking at the map right now, it looks like that Emanuel Dahlberg has appeared to gain more electoral votes, as they got some from Minnesota and Maryland, bringing it up from 20 to 85. Meanwhile, it looks like that Bodin really needs to step it up here. Hopefully that they can get this election, because this is definitely not going to be good for them if they don't get those electoral votes. Checking on the map again, it appears that Emanuel Dahlberg has gotten 23 more, with Illinois and Delaware, both of which becoming pink as they voted for Emanuel Dahlberg, which definitely puts Bodin at a disadvantage. Right now though, the votes are really close, and that's the final one. Let's see who was able to get those electoral votes. Ohio goes to the Purple Party by a 55 to 45% vote. Dahlberg is currently coming out ahead of Bodin, with Dahlberg having 108 points compared to Bodin's 92. Will Bodin be able to get more of the electoral votes by targeting more of the middle of the country in order to get those votes? Has that been enough? Just have to see. Most of the discrimination against moderators can be traced back to S-Ray, who is notorious for causing resentment against moderators that can still be seen as gay. Many candidates from the Purple Party say that there's no problem, and that education users are the one who needs to be protected. Candidates from the Pink Party, however, argue that a more diverse staff team and even firing X-Ray are necessary for the future of Algodoo. Right now, Emanuel Dahlberg continues to come out ahead, getting one from Massachusetts and DC. Currently, the votes are definitely split right now, with a slight edge to Purple, where Bodin is trying to go and get these votes from. Will it be enough though, as there are some pink votes trying to get in, although some of them, they are switching to Purple. Just have to see. And it looks like that Kenneth Bodin has received a lot of votes, mainly from Texas, which has 38 electoral votes, and they have voted for Bodin, along with Oklahoma, Kansas, and North Dakota. Emanuel Dahlberg, meanwhile, has received Michigan. Looks like that the polls have been completed, and it looks like that Purple may have gotten it. Will they? Pennsylvania goes to the Purple Party by 57 to 43% vote. As the election starts to wrap up, we're down to Iowa, one of the final contested states. It could be either purple or the pink. Looking pretty even right now. Looking at the map, it seems that Kenneth Bodin, Emanuel Dahlberg, they're pretty equal right now. They got some from big states and small states, low population, high population, that type of stuff. And the polls are going to start closing pretty quickly soon, so you gotta wait and see until who will actually win. But it's getting tight at this point. Finally, the question of what the future of Algodoo is. With the recent advancements in technologies in the past few years, Algodoo is becoming increasingly left behind. Pink Party candidates are calling for the introduction of the Orange New Deal, which will put more funding and resources in Algodoo in order to prepare for the coming years. The Purple Party questions how this will be funded. And it appears that Emanuel Dahlberg is actually getting quite a lead right now, 19 points. And it appears that they got Colorado, New Mexico, and New York. Those are big states. Meanwhile, Kenneth Bodin got many of the small states, which aren't getting a lot of electoral votes. But in a close race, every vote counts. The question is, who's going to get California? Because that's the one that's going to decide who will win this election. If it's Kenneth Bodin, they might be able to win. If it's Emanuel Dahlberg, they'll be safe for sure. As the polls are cooling up, and it appears that, and California goes to Emanuel Dahlberg. Honestly, wasn't surprised there, but looks like Arizona comes to Kenneth Bodin just for consolation. Iowa goes to the Pink Party by 49.5 to 50.5% vote. We'll have to wait until December though for the 538 delegates to actually vote and confirm that, and then on January 2021 for the inauguration. If you haven't already, make sure you vote. Check out previous Algodoo moderators right here and subscribe for more moderators in Algodoo.